Sonic Heroes is the best game in the series. End of discussion. Roll the credits.
We're Sonic Heroes! What goes up must come down. Yeah, my feet don't touch the ground. See the world spinning upside down. A mighty crash without a sound. I can feel your every rage. Step aside, I'll turn the...
Is what I would normally say if I didn't have so much more to say about it, and if I didn't have to make a video longer than a couple seconds long. Hello there, name's Reverie. I'm just a guy who yaps a lot about things he's passionate about, and today we're celebrating one of my favorite games of all time, Sonic Heroes, a game that's very near and dear to me, and also one of the very first video games I have ever played. If you've seen my intro video, content my videos are probably not going to be as cohesive as they should be. One day I may be talking about why I think Sonic Heroes is the best game in the series, and yes, I will die by that statement, thank you. You knew this has been a long time coming. I'll leave a link in the description. So, I finally got the chance to replay the game recently on my totally normal, totally legit, totally physical copy of Sonic Heroes on my totally legit, totally normal, totally not homebrewed Nintendo Wii. Nintendo, please leave me alone. This is your fault for not making your games more accessible. Anyways, Sonic Heroes, a game that took the 6th generation of video games by storm, or so I like to believe. I have a lot of personal feelings tied to this game. It was one of the very first video games I have ever played after all, and the one that introduced me to the Sonic series, and gaming in general. So yes, there is a lot of bias here, and no, I will not be apologizing for it. Before I go any further, just remember, this is all subjective, but also you are all very wrong, and I am right when I say Sonic Heroes is the best game in the series, and I will die on this hill! I feel like I need to start off with a basic introduction to the game. Let's rewind a bit. Sonic Heroes was released in December 2003 in Japan and in January 2004 everywhere else. Which means, yes, it's old enough to drink with an adult supervision. Hell yeah! A toast! After Sega stepped down from console production, with the Dreamcast being their last console, rest in peace, I'm pretty sure they don't regret the decision one bit, and went third party, Sonic Heroes entered development in late 2002, immediately after Sonic Adventure 2. Led by Takashi Iizuka and Yuji Naka, I apologize if I butchered those names, the team chose not to directly continue the adventure storyline. Instead, they went for something more creative and accessible. Brighter visuals, bolder themes, and level designs so newcomers could jump in without feeling lost, or so they will think. In many ways, Sonic Heroes acted as a soft reboot to the series. I remember playing this game back in 2005 at the ripe age of 4. I'd wobble my little butt into my sister's room when they were not there, pop the disc into their Xbox, and immediately get blasted with bright colors and wild shapes, and that intro that permanently rewired my brain. Wait, no, that's not... the good old days back in the early 2000s when my biggest concern was what game I'd play after daycare. Now it's what game I'm gonna be playing after work, plus bills, politics. Did I mention a job? Terrifying, I know. My sleep schedule, the world is on fire and everything feels more messed up than the Sonic fanbase. I digress. Just like how it was a huge moment for little old me, Sonic Heroes proved to also be a pivotal moment for the series itself. By separating from the adventure formula, it became an easy entry point for newcomers and embraced a more whimsical, almost fantasy-like style. The game also boasts an immense cast of playable characters, and it even held the Guinness World Record at the time for most playable characters in a video game. 12 characters across 4 teams! Early plans actually included even more, with recent developments revealing that we were going to end up with 16 characters instead of 12, with Ray, Mighty, Fang, Bean, Bark, Metal Sonic, Chaos, and Gamma coming in to fill the slots. Omega and Shadow weren't even meant to come in. But thankfully, they never made it past drafting. Oh, I'm not saying that because I wouldn't want them to be playable. I'm saying that because not only bringing Chaos and Gamma back from the dead make even less sense than bringing Shadow back, as weird as it may sound, we'd be witnessing an even larger cast being ignored for the next 20 years. Or reduced to standing around looking stupid, having Sonic up like NPCs in witness protection.
Come on, Sonic! Sonic, smack him!
Sorry, did that get a little too real? My bad. Eventually, however, Sonic Team and Sega will gradually release your favorite characters from NPC hell. Eventually. I mean, they did it in Frontiers as DLC, and Shadow finally became playable again after almost 10 years in Shadow Generations, so fingers crossed. I'd bring up Sonic Dream Team too, but no one plays that game outside the maybe 5 iPhone users, and Sonic Rumbles and Crossworlds do not count either. They're party games. They're bound to have a larger cast of playable characters, but I digress. Each team consists of 3 characters, each with a specific role.
Here we
Speed,
go!
power, fly, shift, rock, yeah! Designed to work together to clear levels and puzzles with ease. The team also functions as difficulty settings, Team Rose being the easiest, Team Sonic the middle ground, Team Dark is the hardest, and Team Chaotix is something else entirely. Focusing more on missions and puzzle solving rather than speed and reaching the end of the level. Jacks of all trades, masters of none. Because of this structure, players have to replay all 14 stages 4 separate times to unlock the final story, assuming you collected all 7 Chaos Emeralds in one playthrough, and if you didn't, good luck. This ended up being one of the game's biggest points of criticism, with many players finding the repetition tedious rather than rewarding. Other complaints included slippery controls, momentum issues, enemies attacking you off screen, and noticeable frame rate drops, especially on PS2. Sometimes the game will turn into a slideshow for the simple reason that it was struggling to render that one extra egg pod. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. But I didn't care. I loved this game to bits when I was younger. I replayed the levels constantly just because I wanted to. The environments are bright and beautiful, colorful, and weird in the best way. Seaside Hill and Mystic Mansion are still my go-to comfort levels, and the large cast of playable characters really captivated me. No other game has done nothing like this. Little me was practically bursting at the seams with whimsy. And the music? Oh, don't even get me started on the music. The Sonic series is infamous for having incredible soundtracks, even when the games themselves are questionable. The game features a wide variety of musical styles and doesn't shy away from experimenting with them at any given chance they get. You got your usual rock with themes like Sonic Heroes,
What goes up must come down. Yeah, my feet don't touch the ground. See the world spinning upside down. A mighty cross
and What I'm Made Of. To a magical trip to the tropics in Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace. And even hints of techno music used for stages like Bingo Highway. Grand Metropolis and Team Chaotix's main theme. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm no music junkie. I'm just a guy talking straight out of his ass. On top of that, there's something so mystical about Lost Jungle and Mystic Mansion's music that just scratches my brain in the right way. Ooh, yeah, that's the good stuff. Woo! Yep, Sonic will forever have a good reputation in the music side of things. Anyway, gameplay and music aside, let's talk a little bit about Sonic Heroes' story. Starting off with Team Sonic, the story opens up with him running off in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Literally. What is this? Where is this? It was never established within the game. Oh, hello, Tails, Knuckles. Sonic and I were just reading this letter that was oh so conveniently delivered to us by Eggman, announcing his evil plan to conquer the world. Now you would think that someone with an IQ as high as his will be a little bit more discreet with his announcement, but whatever. This is the same man who did this a couple years back.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife.
So asking him to make smarter decisions the next time around is asking too much at this point. Oh, we're abandoning the plane? Okay. What happened to it after? Did it go on autopilot or something? Yet another one of the many unsolved mysteries of this game. Maybe it just crashed or something, I don't know. The story is divided up in 4 to correspond to the 4 different teams, with Team Sonic's story starting at all. After clearing Seaside Hill, Ocean Palace, defeating this ugly bird that I hate, we reach Grand Metropolis. Bustling city/automated energy plant with roads that give me more speed.
How much could you possibly need?
And then we run into Team Rose, who we have to fight. For some reason. Holy shit! Oh! Oh. She's dead. Oh, God. After running away from a forced marriage and attempted murder, we reach Casino Park. Fun fact, just recently Sonic Paradox released a Casino Park inspired music video called Casino Calamity. I watched it not too long ago myself and it was actually quite fun. The fact that it's been in development for over 10 years is insane. Oh my god, can I stop bumping everywhere? I got shit to do! I fell. Damn. Oh wow, Reverie falling off? That's not new. Okay, you know what? No, I'm not doing this. I thought that reviewing every single story was going to be the move, but I just can't do it. At least not in a cohesive way. They all intertwine with one another in no specific order, and the fact we will be revisiting the same stages is just going to make it near impossible for me to finish this script. And let me tell you, I have been sitting here looking at this script for far too long, and oh, my head is spinning. Oh, I'll just try summarizing the 4 of them to the best of my ability. Team Sonic's main goal is stopping Dr. Eggman's evil plot of conquering the world that will commence in 3 days. Team Rose goes off on an adventure to track down Sonic, Chocolat, and Froggy and figure out exactly what is going on that led to Sonic being featured in the news. I don't know, man. Maybe he ran away from the police again. Whatever. And Team Dark, well, Mainly Shadow and Omega take off to take revenge upon themselves for being both locked up and hidden away, and for wasting their potential as the ultimate killing machine. Omega is no consumer model, and he is out for blood. And Team Chaotix got a new case to crack involving a mystery client. Stories are relatively the same. Teams clash with one another over petty qualms. Amy wants to marry Sonic, and he wants to get the hell out of Dodge. Rouge thinks the Chaotix are after her treasure, or whatever the fuck. Shadow is genuinely confused as to why Sonic looks like him, and throughout all of this, I just realized that Team Sonic and Team Chaotix are the only teams to not interact with one another at all, up until the last fight. Which is absolutely insane. I wanted to see a reunion between Knuckles and the Chaotix, but anyway, one can only dream. Once everyone reaches Bullet Station and defeats the Egg Albatross, everyone finds out that they were going after a fake Eggman the entire time, with Tails even pointing that Amy and company don't find what they're looking for. The detectives get berated over the wall because they're wasting time, and Shadow relieves his past trauma after witnessing an Android copy of himself laying at his feet. That may or may not cause more problems down the line. Oh, no. As everyone walks away from the rubble, we find out that it's actually Metal Sonic pulling all of the strings behind the scenes. Ooh. Goopy. Was this the inspiration for the Metal Virus saga? The world may never know. After we reach Final Fortress, defeat the Egg Emperor, and witness one of the best scenes in Sonic history.
Some nerve promising what you ain't got. We've been had. Just wait a minute. Just listen to me.
Take this, you bad man!
Violence! Fun for the whole family! Assuming you have collected all 7 emeralds in one playthrough, we go out to see that Metal Sonic is undergoing a rather mad transformation. Now you see, if you haven't caught on, Metal Sonic has been copying everyone's data. With every robot destroyed, with every boss encounter, Metal has been carefully analyzing everyone and using it to his advantage. Eggman goes into a panic on how he's becoming unstoppable. Everyone pulls a Chaos Emerald out of somewhere. And we got this scene that Loki looks like that one scene from the Not One Story Quest where everyone is giving power to Mavuika through their ancient name. Even though the game came out roughly a decade and a half after Sonic Heroes.
We unite as one,
Baptized by the Turnfire.
bearing an ancient blessing. Knowing true power.
Let's get ready to do this. We'll show that creep the real superpower of teamwork.
Literally beat for beat. Oh boy. It's literally beat for beat. Power of friendship or whatever. Whew. For Sonic Heroes! Oh. We then proceed to beat Metal's ass the first time with the power of every other team, and here we enter the rawest supersonic fight ever! Man, Shadow Jensei got nothing on this, let me tell you. After all of that, Metal falls to his knees, Sonic says the line, runs off, Amy goes after him, the Chaotix go after Eggman so they can get the money that he promised to pay them. I thought that it still has not been repaid to this very day.
No, you still haven't paid me for that job you tricked me into a while back. Pay up! Oh, I fully intend to. With this race's prize, no less. All the more reason to let me win, no?
Now you would think with the budget he puts onto his machine he'd have enough money to pay them off, but I guess not. Shadow and Omega pick up Metal and start considering putting him for adoption. Knuckles and Rouge start flirting with each other, and cue the credits! Oh boy, that was a lot. I had to cut a few corners to finish this script, just like how Sonic Team does sometimes. Whenever they are on a tight schedule and have to pump out a game exactly on its release date. The only difference between them and me is that I at least know how to take my time making sure the quality of the product is good. Sonic Team, please take note. Replaying Sonic Heroes after all these years, experiencing this wacky and colorful game genuinely meant a lot to me. Yes, it's repetitive, yes, it's flawed, but this was the game that changed my life. The flaws are what makes this game so iconic, and I will forever be thankful for it. This game means a lot to me. After all, it is the very first game that I ever played and the very first Sonic game in general. A game that introduced me to this very colorful cast of characters, and I will be forever thankful for that. Thank you, Sonic Heroes. Happy 35th anniversary, Sonic, and happy 22nd anniversary to this game. Sonic Heroes, the game that made me who I am today. Now excuse me while I go pitch Sega my ideas for a Sonic Heroes remake. Haha!